probably one of the more confusing teams in the NFL, the New England Patriots. They added Juju. They added Mike Gesicki, as I just found out. They added some, I think, other pieces as well. But the big question mark is Mac Jones and his play, of course. Can he live up to Tom Brady going into year now 3, I think? Almost got benched for Bailey Zapp last season, so we'll see. Starting out, week 1, I have them losing to the Eagles, but then they get a win in week 2 against the Dolphins, but then lose to the Jets, lose to the Cowboys, beat the Saints, lose to the Raiders, beat the Bills, but then lose to the Dolphins, beat Washington, but then lose to the Colts, beat the Giants. Or no, I'm sorry, lose to the Giants as well. So that's two in a row right there. They lose to the Giants, but then they bounce back in week 13, beat the Chargers, lose to the Steelers, lose to the Chiefs, beat the Broncos, but then finish the season losing 2 games in a row, losing to the Bills and losing to the Jets to give them our overall record of 6-11 and last place in the AFC East. Honestly, I'm probably sleeping on him. I'll just admit to that. I'm probably sleeping on Mac Jones, but I hate the Patriots, and I've been waiting my whole life for you guys to be in this position. So I'm gonna ride it out, 6-11, and guess what? I can say it because you have Mac Jones. So we'll see. Maybe he turns up, but for right now, that's who cares.
It's funny you said that, Isaiah, because you think you really beat them up?
Oh,
I'll take it a step further. So real quick, I have them losing to the Eagles, losing to the Dolphins, losing to the Jets, losing to the Cowboys, but beating the Saints. Their first win comes in week 5.
nice.
Week 6, they're gonna lose to the Raiders. Week 7 and 8, gonna lose to the Bills and Dolphins. They'll win two though, back to back against the Commanders and the Colts in Germany. Go on the bye week, come back from it, beat the Giants, but lose to the Chargers, lose to the Steelers, lose to the Chiefs, beat the Broncos, lose to the Bills, and lose to the Jets for a record of 5-12, finishing last in their division,
Oof.
where they deserve to be at. Like you said, they have Mac Jones. Bill, it's time to retire. The first losing season forever feels like it's time.
For me, it's not gonna get too much better, but it may be like a smidge, a little bit. I have them losing week 1 against the Eagles. That's just a tough game. But then I have them beating the Dolphins in week 2. But then losing to the Jets and losing to the Cowboys. I have them beating the Saints and beating the Raiders, but then losing to the Bills and then losing to the Dolphins. I have them beating the Commanders, and then in Germany, I have them beating the Colts. But then after the bye week, I have them losing to the Giants. But then I have them getting a win against the Chargers, but then losing to the Steelers on Thursday night, and then losing it to the Chiefs the next week on Monday night. Um, and then I have them beating the Broncos, but then losing to the Bills, and then losing to the Jets, getting swept by the Jets now that Aaron Rodgers is there, and getting swept by the Bills. Oof. I have them finishing at 7-10. It's just hard because the division is definitely better. The Jets got better. The Dolphins got better. The Bills have been the better team for a few seasons now. Mac Jones is just he's like a quarterback kind of like if you like have like a team like Brock Purdy's offense around him, like he can succeed in that. But like I don't think he'll like excel, if that makes sense. Especially with like the weapons he has. Like yeah, Juju, Devontae Parker, like Kendrick Bourne, that's the top 3 receiving core. I mean, they do have Mike Gesicki, he's a decent tight end. Ramondre Stevenson, he's actually a pretty underrated
Yeah,
running back.
I forgot
But
about him. Yeah.
it's like they have like a not like a god awful offense, but like it's just not. They need a little bit more to compete in this offensive heavy league we are going forward in. They still have Belichick. They still have a solid defense. Um, but I'm not really that high on them. And yeah, maybe I'm sleeping. Maybe this is like, secret anger built up from, just the Patriots like raining on everyone's parade like a few years ago. But I just with the with how the Jets are looking, the Dolphins are looking, and the Bills are looking, I just think they're gonna finish last in the AFC East this year because to me they're just going backwards.
That is, yeah. And yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
definitely let our bias out, but it is true. It is definitely
Facts.
like
Mhm.
Facts.
it's not as, solidified here. It's definitely not how it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Yeah.
that is a W. And for Patriots fans, like if this hurts, like you guys had a whole 2 million years to
Mhm.
reign. Imagine like being like a young Patriots fan who like just got into them like on their like last Super Bowl, like the last one they won, which was, I mean, they're fucking sixth, but or seventh. Um, like imagine you're like, oh yeah, this is the team, and then Brady leaves, and like now they stink. It's like, damn, you missed all that. That's crazy.
That would be
And like, who
unfortunate.
knows when they're gonna be good again? And they'll probably
Mhm.
never be that good again. No, to win that many times that fast, like, and you just missed it. Now you like them because Mac Jones is there. Goodness, how the mighty fall.
Well, if you are mad Patriots fans, the video is not over yet. We still have Steven's picks. He has them beating the Eagles week 1, then beating the Dolphins, but then losing to the Jets and losing to the Cowboys, but then beating the Saints, beating the Raiders, and then beating the Bills, but then losing to the Dolphins, and then beating the Commanders, beating the Colts, off the bye week, losing it to the Giants, losing it to the Chargers, and losing to the Steelers, but then beating the Chiefs. They beat both the Super Bowl teams, Eagles and Chiefs this season. And then they beat the Broncos, lose to the Bills, but then finish it off beating the Jets, finishing 10-7,
Hey,
finishing second place
that's
in their
crazy.
division.
Spooky. Oh shit. So what is it? We got
Jimmy.
10. I'm weak. We got.
Some of the wins were a little interesting, but
I mean, maybe Brady's still there. Who knows?
maybe not impossible for him to squeak out 10 wins.
7 wins is what we are projecting the New England Patriots to have. Vegas says 8, so we're once again not that low. Shout out to the averages, because we got a 5-win season in there, and then we had a 10-win season in there. So shout out to averages. 7 games. I mean, hey, it's not the best. Not looking good for New England. However, nobody cares. The rest of the NFL universe could care less. So, you got to take that. Use this as your villain origin story. Like, you're a Patriots fan, and everybody was clowning you. Use this for something. I don't know, but we'll see.
All right, guys, that is going to do it. Let us know if if we're too harsh on the Patriots, or if we're not harsh enough. Maybe they're going to be worse than this, or if we're just right. Let us know your thoughts, and if you're interested in any of our other records, we are going to be doing videos for all the teams. So make sure you stick around and check those out if you want. Divisional rivals, maybe, or just other teams you're just curious about. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, all that
Hey.
YouTuber jazz, and we'll see you guys in the next video. You watch of us. Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that